Hey there, everybody. Aaron here, the bearded conservative. Here, I've got my reasons why I am voting for Donald Trump in 2020. So, this video will be a little longer. Feel free to grab some popcorn and get your typing thumbs ready for all the reasons why you can tell me that I'm wrong. Feel free to leave a comment down below, just be nice. So, here are my reasons that I am voting for Donald Trump in 2020. So, I detailed in my last video that I had some concerns about what would happen if Donald Trump did win in 2016, which I will say, to be fair, I was somewhat relieved when he won versus Hillary Clinton, but at the same time, I could not bring myself to vote for him back in 2016. I had some concerns, and I don't believe in voting for the lesser of the two evils. I believe in voting for who I think is going to be the best person given the situation. So, with that being said, again, the things that I was concerned he might do, though obviously his character, his Twitter is still going, overall it actually has not. Those concerns have either not surfaced or they have had minimal damage from what I have seen overall. I know the media plays up everything that happens, which is another topic, but some of those concerns about his past and what he had done in the past and the type of person that he is has not really done the damage that I was concerned that it would do. Not to say that it hasn't done any damage. I feel like there are still some areas he could improve. I honestly think his cell phone should be taken away, but again, those concerns have not really surfaced. With regards to things that are in his past, so things he has said or done in years prior, if I look at just the last 6 years, I really don't see a lot of those things that I was not happy about from his past being part of his present. So, things like stuff that he has said in the past that was not nice, I'm going to leave it at that. And that I was not happy about, things that I would be very put out if my kids said it. Again, I haven't seen him saying anything like that or to that degree in recent time. So again, his past does not seem to be his present. He seems to be moving in a good direction with regards to his behavior overall. He still puts his foot in his mouth, but that's Trump. He has actually governed conservatively overall. Like the things that he's done, he's fulfilled, or at least attempted to fulfill, more of his promises than any other president in my lifetime, to what I'm aware. So the economy has been fantastic, and anybody who argues otherwise is blind. In spite of COVID, we've actually had a really good economy, and the economy seems to be bouncing back pretty well so far. But prior to basically the nationwide shutdown that we experienced, I know not everybody shut down, but most people did. Again, like we had record Black American unemployment. That's saying something. Record Hispanic American unemployment. That's saying something. Very good unemployment across the board. I think the estimates were, don't quote me on this, but somewhere around, like, the average family in America was taking home, whether it's from less taxes or better economy, $6,000 per year more. That's a $500 a month raise. So, like, that matters. Like, that's a very good thing. He has, I think, been really the most peaceful president in my lifetime. So America has not gotten involved in any new wars. I don't know of any president who's done that since I've been alive. I was born in '88. And not only that, but he's also made peace to a degree, at least, with some of our enemies. I mean, Obama was practically telling Trump that we were almost at war with North Korea, and now we're on good terms with North Korea. Obviously, we still don't like North Korea and like the way North Korea functions, but at least we're not about to be at each other's throats. That's a good thing. And not only that, Trump's going up into the Middle East and actually brokering peace deals with nations in the Middle East. There have been 4 deals, I think, this year alone. And from what I understand, like Saudi Arabia is even coming to the table for this most recent one. That's insane. Like, honestly, I think he earns your vote just for that. That's my opinion, but I think he's earned my vote just on that alone. So he has appointed great judges to the Supreme Court. I'm not saying they're all perfect, but he's appointed judges who are going to do a good job to the Supreme Court. That was one of the major reasons why we wanted him in that position, so that we could be able to take advantage of that and restore some level of sanity to the Supreme Court. We are energy independent as a nation for the first time, while at the same time having better pollution control, in spite of pulling out of the Paris Accords. I think it was a great idea. And so, like, okay, the nation's doing better, and we're also not relying on foreign nations as much. Which, guess what? That probably also reduces the amount of pollution from other, like, on the planet as a whole. When we don't have to put the oil on a boat, bring it across the ocean, using gasoline to do that, and bring it to us so that we can then sell it to everybody who's here. That helps gasoline both be cheaper, and just the use of less gasoline or oil or whatever as a whole, like, that's good for everybody. And then we don't have to risk having another BP oil spill or something like that from a tanker getting like going under. His stance on immigration, I feel like he's done a really good job in spite of some bad setup from the beginning. He kind of had some stuff that was stacked against him from the beginning, and he's done a decent job. As far as I can see, in the last 4 years, we've had the biggest crackdown on sex trafficking in the history of our country. That's become a major problem that nobody is talking about, and there have been more arrests that have been made and more women who have been saved from that life than any president in the history of our country has ever done. He's done more overall for minorities than the last few presidents have. And one of the major things I was watching with the debate over the last debate is he actually exudes a level of strength and the idea that he cannot be pushed around. He won't be bullied, which I think is his big thing with the media, is the media tries to bully people into thinking or acting a certain way. And he says, no, I'm not going to kowtow to that. And the same thing is going to move over to foreign policy, that he is able to be made peace with, which has been exemplified in his interactions with the leader of North Korea. That, okay, these two people, like, okay, I was a little concerned, like, okay, we're going to have, like, is he going to make it out of there? And, okay, they made it out of there with a handshake. That's good. But at the same time, he's not going to just bow down. Whereas I really don't believe Biden is going to be able to be strong and push back against foreign interests, regardless of what's on that laptop and who may have leverage on him. I don't trust him to be strong without that. You stack that on top of that, I really don't trust that. I do feel really that voting for Biden is really voting for a biased media and a crazy left-wing position that manipulates people. I believe it votes for an insane leftist party that is purely after power and control. And so I don't actually view this as Trump versus Biden. I believe it's Trump versus the media and Trump versus crazy leftists who want to just basically have control over all the branches of government so they can do what they want to do. I believe that side, they take away more freedoms in spite of trying to give people permission to do things. It's a weird little, like, trade-off that they give that people don't realize they're actually getting shafted in the deal, and their tax policies usually hurt people. And overall, I can't support that. And I feel like, especially with this election, if they win, then we're just signing ourselves up. Like, if the media wins this, okay, Trump has done a good job. If you look at what he's actually accomplished, I think it's going to be very hard for people to argue that he has not done a good job. He has done a good job. And for the media to be able to coerce the population to get him out of that position, because the things that he has done, they don't like, in spite of the fact that he has done a good job based on what he told the people he was going to do. Again, like, I think that it would be horrible for our nation. So I do encourage you, think through these things. If you want to have a discourse about them, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. I'll be happy to either respond to you. Maybe I'll make a video based on some of your reactions. But I would encourage you, think through some of these. I think he's earned your vote. I think he is what's best for this country if we want to actually have a country. And so consider this. Make sure you go vote, and make sure you like, comment, share. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in our next video.